gentlemen, the name is Trinder, T-R-I-N-D-E-R, pronounced Chumley. And I'm going to sing to you. You lucky people. Would all the orchestra stand up a minute, please, if you don't mind? I've lost a pair of trousers out of my room. You know, it's grand being here. There's something about this town that gets you. As I came into the town, I went like that, and my right lung said to my left lung, that's the stuff I was telling you about. I was coming here in my car. He's got a car. Do you want any petrol? Out stepped a home guard. He said, halt. I said, who goes there? He said, don't be silly. I've got to say that. Don't look at the programme, sir. The name's Trinder. Gentleman doesn't believe I'm Tommy Trinder. If I'm not Tommy Trinder, I'm having a hell of a time with his wife. I've got a brother in the army, and I've had my medical, E5. My brother in the army applied for leave the other week on compassionate grounds. The commanding officer said, well, what's wrong? He said, well, my wife's going to have a baby. He got his leave. When he returned, the officer said, well, was it a boy or a girl? He said, don't be silly, it takes months. The life of the party. I think it's the electricity in my body that gets me this way. When I was a baby, I had so much electricity in my body that I had to put a rubber sheet in the bed. I don't know why I'm trying. There's no future in this business. You work hard, you get top of the bill, you get your name in lights, and then comes the blackout. Flying along in my car, trying to find this town without signposts. Said to a fellow, where does this road lead to? He said, here, don't know. I said, where does that road lead to? He said, don't know. I said, what's the name of this place? He said, I don't know. I said, you're not very intelligent, are you? He said, no, but I'm not lost. Bill Brown came home on 7 days leave to see his wife and kids. Got special leave for doing a thing I wouldn't have done for quids. When he got home, the kids went wild. It nearly turned Bill's head. He took off his boots, flopped in a chair, looked at his wife and said, send the kids to the pictures, dear, I've something to say to you. She said, something to say to me? She said, something to say to you. She said, don't tell me later, Bill, perhaps tomorrow will do. He said, tomorrow never comes, I've something to say to you. She sent the kids to the pictures, said, now what have you got to say? Oh, tell me now that you have got the chance. He said, it's like this here, it's been worrying me, my dear. How'd you go on for bacon, love, while I was out in France? Go on, make something out of it, make something out of it. I must tell you, the time I was courting the wife, I used to call her my Pilgrim. Every time I took her out, I made more progress. Well, I used to take her riding at night in my car. She thought I was a surgeon. She kept saying, cut it out, cut it out. She gave up a nice family. Her father was a gentleman farmer, used to milk cows with gloves on. Well, don't bother with the small jokes. Well, he was dead unlucky. He bought a prize bull, 1,000 guineas, put it in the field, and he fell in love with a cow in the next field. Jumped a barbed wire fence. It didn't jump high enough. He sold it for a tenner. What's the good of a bull with a broken leg? And her young brother, nice young fella, but he had an old face. His mother was frightened by antique furniture. We used to call him Rosie. Woo. He had a job as a lorry driver. He got the sack. Every time he came to traffic signals, they turned lavender. He joined the Air Force. First day on parade, he walks on like this. He was on reconnaissance. Over came the sergeant, looked at him, said, could you kill a German? He said, in time. They sent him out to bomb the Kiel Canal. When he came back, his commanding officer said, well, did you drop your bombs? He said, didn't take bombs. I'm only acting. He said, I took a back in the wall, sir. He said, I flew over the Kiel Canal, see, and I saw the battleship, so I swooped down, out with me back of the wall, sir. and I poured it down the tunnel. Out came the captain. Was he mad? He said, what do you think you're doing? Rosie said, I've put your fire out. Now light it. Because I used to be a female impersonator. Still a sailor, chased me up an alley. After the wedding with Pilgrim, we went on our honeymoon. After the wedding, she wanted to see the world, so we went to Blackpool. We got to the station, and the woman kept looking at me side face. Have you ever seen me side face? Look. She said, excuse me, didn't I back you at Newmarket? I also sing. I had my voice trained in Italy. After my voice was trained, I sang in front of the King of Italy. He was so pleased, he took me for a ride with him all through Rome in an open carriage. There we were, driving through High Street Rome in an open carriage with the King of Italy and myself, who to pass but Mussolini and Ciano. Mussolini turned to Ciano and said, say, who's that guy riding with Trinder?